Yo, what's going on guys, NeonCod here. Today I'm coming back at you with a different kind of video. Now this type of video is going to be a little bit different and I'm not used to doing it, but a few people have been asking me this over Twitter, so I thought, you know what, I might as well address it in a video. So a lot of people have been asking me what my classes are that I use. So normally, we'll start from the very beginning. Normally for my combat rig I tend to use Claw. However, I've recently been thinking about it and I don't know if I'm still going to use or keep using Claw, because it is quite good at like medium to close range, but at long range it's not really that good and it takes ages in a game to get it. So I'm probably going to switch it up between Claw and Overdrive, but I do like this rig, so I will keep using this guy. Now like for my trait I can only use resupply pretty much because ping and persistence in competitive is banned. So for those of you that didn't know that, who were in pubs, like yeah, these things could be good, you know, for you. I mean, ping, they are definitely OP, but like I pretty much am forced to use resupply because it's the only one that isn't banned, so I guess I'll have to take that. Either way, that doesn't matter anyway, because resupply allows you to resupply lethals and tacticals, so I can get my trophy system back, which I often use in competitive. Right, so this is pretty much my competitive class. I mean, I do use it on pubs as well, just to get used to it, but I've got an MV4 here. Let's see what camo I normally use on it. I think I normally just use the Hellstorm camo that I've unlocked. Either way, I use an MV4 with Elo. Now, with the Elo, I tend to use this blue dot here. However, I realized the other day that I've actually got just a blue dot on its own, so I might start using that. I haven't actually thought about it, but I saw over Twitter that people are actually trying to get this blue dot. I was like, wait there, I have that, don't I? And I haven't even thought about using it, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, the blue dot on its own, or dots as it's called, does actually work pretty well. It's just that it's got those two ones either side, which can be a little bit distracting, but in game you don't really notice them. So I tend to use is it Quickdraw? Is this Quickdraw? Yeah, I tend to use Quickdraw on my MV4, as it, like assault rifles on this game, if you manage to just hip fire with them and then just snap onto someone, like the Quickdraw works so well in this game because it's so fast. Like normally assault rifles are known for aiming in slow and they tend to be kind of sluggish around the map. However, if you put Quickdraw in this game on your assault rifle, it turns it almost into a sub. Like you can like aim in almost instantly. With the Quickdraw attachment, I tend to use rifle barrel on my MV4, as you know, if I'm using an MV4 I want to be getting into those longer range kind of gunfights, so I tend to use rifle barrel for that reason, because it gives me an extra advantage at the longer range. Now this is mainly a preference, but I do have a theory, and a lot of people agree with this, which is with stock. And you know, some people like using it, most people like using it, some people do not, but stock is very important to me because the way I aim and the way I outmaneuver people is by strafing, and it really helps to have stock on, as you pretty much can't strafe without it. Now with the pistols, I tend to switch up between the EMC and the Kendall. I've been using the EMC recently, but I think I'm going to go back to the Kendall, so you can really switch between the two. They're both pretty good, to be honest. Like there's not really much difference between them. Yeah, so that's that. My tactical, I use the trophy system purely because, you know, I'm an assault rifle player. I want to help support my teammates, I suppose, so I just throw one of those in hill, stops all the nades and everything coming at me. Dexterity is my perk 1, and I use that because it allows me to reload faster. You know, I can switch to my pistol a lot faster as well, which is really helpful with an assault rifle. Although the pistols in this game aren't as good as Black Ops 3, but you know, they are useful to have. Perk 2, I use tac resist purely because everyone loves lopping out those blackouts and all the other tactical grenades that are in the game. So that's pretty much my class for the MV4. I have got a K-bar class as well, and that is not my K-bar class. I do not use variants and I don't use hollow points. However, I've been going for headshots recently, so that's why I've got those two. So my OSA class also isn't complete. You know, these classes, this is just basically my MV4 class. If you guys want to see any other classes, then just comment down below and I'll just literally tell you, I'll read out my class to you. But moving on to score streaks here, these are pretty much the standard score streaks that I use. You know, I may sometimes switch to Trinity with the Scarab. Oh no, not the Trinity with the Scarab, the Warden with the Scarab. So in Search and Destroy, I tend to use the streak set, but in Respawn it pretty much stays like this. I mean, the streaks aren't that good in this game, but you know, a Warden can be handy, but I've noticed recently that the Warden hasn't really done much for me. It's just been sitting there at the map watching people, which is, you know, not the best of things. So that's pretty much my MV4 class. If I go into custom game, actually, I can quickly show you my K-bar class. So this I use Elo, Quickdraw, stock, so pretty much the same as the MV4, apart from I take off trophy system and I don't use a pistol and I put on foregrip instead, because you know, who doesn't want the extra less recoil. Here's my OSA class as well. I am using the EMC in this class, and that should not be marksman. See, I don't use the OSA that much, but you know, with the OSA it's more like a sub, so I would say you could take the pistol off and maybe put on like rifled barrel. Yeah, I'd say that would work. And that in itself is a good class. I mean, you can always take the attachment off as well, depending on how you play with it, because some people like to, you know, go for the longer range kind of shots with it as it is a assault rifle. However, this to me is literally a sub. Like, everybody views the OSA as a sub now. It's like such a good sub if you use it like one. Anyway, so that's pretty much going to conclude this video, guys. I know it's been a shorter one, but you know, a lot of people have been asking me what classes I use in this when I play pubs or competitive, so this video is just basically being addressing that. So thank you guys for all the support. I know my reviews have been going up recently and I really do like it. However, there does seem to be 2 people that keep disliking the video, but I don't mind. You know, you guys can always counteract that with the likes if you feel like it, but I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that just sits there and begs for likes like all the rest of them to defeat the algorithm. So if you would like to like the video, then feel free, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.